I'm going to show you exactly how to dominate turn 1 with the Greenskins as Gorbad Ironclaw. So they gain reputation to call WAAAGHs colossal armies, which are extra armies that you're capable of steamrolling the world. Greenskin armies can use the underway to avoid impassable terrain and enemy forces. They field a roster of aggressive infantry, hard-hitting boar cavalry, and the terror-causing monsters such as the Arachnarok spiders, which are amazing, by the way, and giants, which are also now good. Greenskin units engage in melee generate points towards the almighty WAAAGH, a powerful army-wide ability. So let's jump on in. We're on normal difficulty here. And Gorbad Ironclaw is a DLC character, but he's totally worth it in my opinion. He has access to Dubban, allowing unique and powerful tactics to be applied by your armies. He has improved rewards from successfully completing these WAAAGH. Incoming from raising settlements is plus 15%, so keep that in mind. As you're running through, you don't always want to settle. Global recruitment duration, -1 turns. Now this is going to be really important as we go through turn 1. Lord effects, upkeep, -10% for all units in his army. Leadership aura size, plus 100%. Ability, Orcs are the best. This is his augment. It gives a base weapon damage of plus 50%. Armor piercing weapon damage, plus 50%. Melee attack, plus 24. So that's going to increase his percentage of hitting you by 24% basically. And it'll last for about 27 seconds. So it's pretty good. And this is his WAAAGH. So after you get enough points while you're combating, you can use this augment. It's an infinite effect range, and it's going to apply it to all the allies with an increase of all the same stats. And immune to psychology. Alright. He starts right here in the middle of the map, in the Death Pass at the foothills of the Black Crag. So we definitely want to watch this area because there's some cool units, including some dwarves and orcs. Let's jump on in. So Gorbad starts in a very unique location because we have a couple options with him. But let's look at his path to glory with the Ironclaw Orcs. He unlocks special tactics provided by Dubplan and equips them to your armies to grant them bonuses and abilities. Okay. You can smash through your enemies and the settlements and increase your tribe's reputation level to receive faction-wide bonuses and unlock the Call to WAAAGH button. Okay, it's going to be right up here. Call to WAAAGH. Now, each Greenskin faction who gets this up is going to increase his Call to WAAAGH. This is going to give you growth, control, recruitment cost decrease, and leadership. And it'll give you an extra army if you destroy the settlement that you have selected. Now, if you use the Call to WAAAGH button to temporarily swell your unit numbers, you get an all-WAAAGH army, and you get prizes for this, like improved bonuses, called a trophy. You spend scraps collected after battles and raise settlements on unit equipment upgrades and technologies. So let's go over that real quick, guys. We're gonna tell you the first step here for Gorbad, and then we're gonna go over all these fun things. So with Gorbad, we definitely want to put his little orc shaman in his army. This is super important. Now, you have two options. You can either attack Dusty Neck Snapper and go for Iron Rock, Barag Dawa's bag, and then take out the dwarves up here. Or, second option, you can actually betray, well, I guess you're not really allies, but you can take this guy and you can place him right here between Carrick 8 Peaks and Valia's Sorrow. And what you're going to do is, if you do this, he will essentially think that you're trying to take it out, and he'll run down here. So if you move him here, you can actually take care of 8 Peaks. So let's jump on in. We are going to prepare Gorbad for battle. This is a little different than a normal lord. So you have to look at his abilities. So he has this, which is the plan. He has certain armies in his arsenal, and as you get these armies unlocked, you can get these bonuses, okay? So, like this one here, we have Light 'em Up or Gorbad's Boys, okay? This one will give them -5% for all Orc Boys and Orc Boy units, and a passive ability for the Orc Boys, which is going to give them a base weapon damage increase, and as long as the Lord is nearby, it'll stay on. This one's going to give flammable attacks for the Squig herds, and it's going to reduce the fire resistance of the other troops, and it'll enable flaming attacks for your missile units, which can be good, can be bad. You have to be careful with that, because if you use your missile units in the wrong way when you play, you might wipe out your own dudes. I love to go with Gorbad Boys first, because the Orc Boys are probably one of the best in the game. So we're going to throw down on that. Bam. And then what we'll do here is we're going to upgrade our scraps, because right off the bat we want to make sure that our guys are top tier. We have 30 scraps, so you can either upgrade the range on your beta bows if you go with the Squig one, so that way they're more powerful, or you can upgrade your padded shields. I like to do it on the spears because I do feel like they're a little bit better than the normal. Okay, so from here we can take Gorbad right into battle, and we want to take out Dusty Neck Snappa. Okay, now remember, in the future you'll be able to recruit WAAAGH mobs and regiments of renown.
Get your choppers, boys!
So check this out, Pyrrhic Victory. This is important because if you don't put these scraps right here and give them the upgrades, you'll lose an Orc Boy unit. I would highly recommend you fight this manually. And if you look at Gorbad here, he's armored piercing. His armor is going to deflect a lot of the damage. So you're going to get a reduced amount of damage from all types of missile, fire, melee attacks, and technically magical. His leadership's good. He is slow though, so be careful with the archer units that they have. He has an okay melee attack and melee defense, and he has a really high weapon strength with armor piercing weapon damage. You're going to want to take this against anything with armor, so like these squigs, and then you could possibly take him against the giant, but I'd be careful because that guy has a ton of weapon strength. You'd be better off just surrounding the giant with these orc biggins, because they're damage dealers, bigger and harder. And then the sword infantry, you're just going to ram right into the front. Bolt thrower, definitely make sure you take out the giant with this guy, because it has a huge amount of missile strength. You can also point the orc error boys at the night goblins, because they're shielded, they have poison attacks, and they have poor leadership. So that's the best part. If you just kill them a little bit, they'll run away. And also focus on this giant. And then the orc shaman, he has the gaze of Mork, so you're going to smack that giant with that. And then make sure you take the orc boar boys around the back side of the goblin archers and take them out. And the squig herbs, they're anti-infantry, so if you smash them into the goblins, they'll just wipe them out, no problem. So we smash down on these guys pretty easily. We are going to grab the army replenishment. And from here, we can attack Iron Rock. And the cool part is since we just battled, we can upgrade our scrap again. And we can combine some of these units together. So we could throw this guy and this guy into the same unit, so we don't lose it in battle. So let's go ahead and do that. And then we're going to upgrade this with padded shields. And then we're going to take our skill points here with good old Gorbad, because he actually got 2 experience points from that one. We're going to give this guy the Gaze of Mork upgrade, and we can do a melee attack, or we can do experience game with leadership effect, or the route marcher. So around this area, because this is not that far, you could probably get away with not getting the route marcher till your 3rd turn. So in this campaign, I would actually recommend you go for either the Inspiring Presence and then get Du Bois, or get your Blade Master and get his hit points up. Okay? So, we're going to go for this one here, the melee attack.
Better smash it, he say.
That way we can smash these guys good, right, and proper.
Attack!
Okay, Pyrrhic victory again. But look, that's okay. That's what we came and we signed up for, people. So we're gonna smash.
Get your choppers, boys!
And if you look, Gorbad got 177 kills. Okay, so that's why I upgraded him. The Archer boys did pretty good, 232 kills. And then what we're going to do is we are going to occupy this. Even though raising it sounds nice, I usually just like to raise the other settlements from the dwarves. So let's occupy here. And so from here we're going to throw those skill points down.
Destroyer of empires.
Usually melee attack increase is actually going to really help. But I usually like to get the defense for my lords. So if that's not available, you go hit points or melee attack. And then the experience gain per turn is nice for your lord's army because it does help out with how powerful those guys are. But, you know, we're going to throw down here. We're going to make this guy a powerhouse. And then if you see there's the passive ability here, or there's the Brain Burster, okay, which this spell's pretty decent. It's a big explosion, and it's good versus a single unit, not a single character. So note that. That's a big difference. This one gives you guys buffs. That's expensive, though. And there's Headbutt, which is like a little tier attack. So we're going to go with this one, the Brain Burster, and then we'll grab the Power Wall next roll for him. And then from here, we are going to throw down on some tech. We obviously want to upgrade our Orc boys, so we're going to grab that one.
Technology's the future.
And then we now have this area, so we can set our commandment. Which for me, I'm going to actually suggest that if this Black Crag is going to be your main settlement and not Carrick 8 Peaks, then you definitely want to go for the growth here. And that way you can max out how fast you can get your armies up. Okay? Same with this one. Okay, just get that growth up. We got plenty of income. And then from here, you definitely want to recruit a lord for these areas, because if you notice, Carrick drawn here is probably going to get smashed on by this dwarf in the next few turns. So I would highly recommend build a legendary lord with Gorbad. Make sure you recruit and roll through all these guys and then bring that lord back while Gorbad does his thing. So you can get 4 different types of lords. The Savage Orc Shaman are my favorite because obviously you don't need a legendary hero or a hero and you can still get all these great spells. This one's got increased campaign line of sight, magic item drop chance, and ambush defense chance. So that's pretty good in this area because you might get ambushed a lot. And then this guy gets increased experience gain by 75%. So if you know how I like to play aggressive, which means I want my character experienced and I want them leveled up as quickly as physically possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll down on this Savage Orc Shaman. Okay, and if you notice, you can actually equip a dub plan for this guy as well. So what you want to do is get 2 Orc Boy units in his thing here. And if you notice as well, we need 1 for this guy, so we can get that the plan up. See how we have 4 plans, which means that we can apply the tactic. Okay. So we'll grab 2 orc boys for this guy. And then from here, Gorbad can also notice recruit globally for 1 turn. So we'll grab some more orc boys. Why not? And then we'll grab 1 squig unit. From here, you guys can throw down on diplomacy. So the quick deal with the teeth snatches. I do recommend that one. I also would recommend that if you're not going to go for the Crooked Moon Mutinous Gits, that you just automatically wait on this, and you're going to declare war on the guys that they have declared war. So Crooked Moon, Clan Ungrind, and the Clan Moors. So this is a mutinous Git. So this is actually a faction that's not the main faction. The Crooked Moon faction is a different place. So if you want to ally with them, highly recommend you take them out.
Smell stink, trusting.
Okay, I would not recommend the Skaven. Those guys are no good here. So you can actually declare war on them once you discover them, which will be, you know, it's good.
I look safe here.
So
You
we'll
keep
declare
staying your
war
distance.
on Clan Rictus.
What are you good swans?
Where was that? Yeah, join war. So this is what you want to do, guys. Sorry. Clan Moors, Clan Ironclaw, and Crooked Moon. And then they're going to give you a bunch of money. Okay. Take that money and you run with it. And then the other thing you can do is you could technically move on from this area, and then you can give these guys your settlements, and this will give you a ton of money, and you'll be eventually able to probably confederate that guy. And then from here, make sure you apply all your scrap upgrades before you move on to your next turn, and then look at your plans. So next turn, throw on that plan before you go into battle. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Make sure you like and subscribe for more from Titan Prime Gaming, and have a great day.
Subscribe, and let your name be remembered among the heroes.